Welcome to MEM791 Technopreneurship course. In this video, I'll be giving you the first session of this course. This session introduces the basic concept of entrepreneurship as well as technopreneurship, which is also known as technology entrepreneurship. In the first part of this session, I will introduce some definitions of entrepreneurship. And then, I will proceed to explain the nature of entrepreneurship and technopreneurship. Next, I will discuss the dimensions of entrepreneurship as well as the process of entrepreneurship. And finally, I will end this session with the discussion about the roles of entrepreneurship in economic development. Let me now explain the term entrepreneurship. There has been widespread recognition that entrepreneurship is the engine driving the economy of most countries. As such, it has led to the growing interest in educational programs that promote and encourage entrepreneurship. However, despite increasing interest in this topic and a broad recognition of its importance to the economy, there remains disagreement and a lack of consensus about the definition of entrepreneurship. The earliest definition of the term entrepreneur was derived from a French word, entreprendre, which means to undertake or to do something. Consequently, the word entrepreneur was broadly used to portray someone who owns, manages, and assumes the risk of a business venture. French economist Richard Cantillon was the first person to use the word entrepreneur to refer to any individual who acquired various factors of production in order to combine them into a larger product. He further described entrepreneurship as a process of bringing money, work, and businesses to the market to generate businesses. Using Adam Smith's insight from his book, The Wealth of Nations, entrepreneurship can be described as the study of human actions that lead to changes in the division of labor. John Baptiste Say stressed the role of the entrepreneurship in creating value by moving resources out of less productive areas into more productive ones. John Stuart Mill associated entrepreneurship with activities involving risk and profit. Austrian economist Joseph Schumpeter viewed entrepreneurship as an economic activity that places an emphasis on innovation such as new products, new production methods, new markets, and new forms of organization. According to him, wealth is created when this innovation results in new demand. He associated entrepreneurship with identification and implementation of new possibilities in economic fields. Schumpeter was the first scholar who put the term entrepreneurship in relation to innovation. An economist, Israel Kirzner, explained entrepreneurship in terms of individuals' ability to explore and use opportunities. Peter Drucker described entrepreneurship as the process of creating a new market and a new customer, and therefore it creates value for the customer. Entrepreneurship is a dynamic process that involves the creation of incremental wealth and innovation of new things that create value by individuals who take significant risks in terms of capital, time, and commitment. According to Karatko and Hodgetts, entrepreneurship requires an application of energy and passion toward the creation and implementation of new ideas and creative solutions. Essential ingredients include the willingness to take calculated risks in terms of time, equity, or career, the ability to formulate an effective venture team, the creative skill to marshal needed resources, the fundamental skill of building a solid business plan, and finally, the vision to recognize opportunity where others see chaos, contradictions, and confusion. Entrepreneurship entails identifying, evaluating, and exploiting entrepreneurial opportunities. The focus of entrepreneurship is not only on the creation of a business and the accumulation of wealth, but also on the new business that is able to make a positive and responsible contribution to the society and the marketplace. Entrepreneurship also focuses on innovation. According to Peter Drucker, innovation is the specific tool of entrepreneurs, the means by which they exploit change as an opportunity for a different business or a different service. Entrepreneurs need to search for the sources of innovation, the changes and their symptoms that indicate opportunities for successful innovation. What is technology entrepreneurship? Technology entrepreneurship is defined as a style of business leadership that focuses on identifying high-potential, technology-intensive business opportunities, gathering resources such as talent and capital, and managing accelerated growth and risk using decision-making skills. Technology entrepreneurship is also viewed as the process of assembling resources, technical systems, and strategies by an entrepreneurial venture to pursue business opportunities. Technology entrepreneur exploits business opportunities in terms of new products, processes, or services in the form of revolutionary breakthrough in technology, which is known as radical innovations, or technological advancement, which is known as incremental innovations, for the purpose of creating value for the firm. Some other definitions of technology entrepreneurship which are found in the literature suggest that technology entrepreneurship is concerned with operating small businesses owned by engineers or scientists. Technology entrepreneurship is also related to finding problems or applications for a particular technology. Others describe technology entrepreneurship as launching new ventures, introducing new applications, or exploiting opportunities that rely on scientific and technical knowledge. And finally, technology entrepreneurship is also associated with working with others to produce technology change. Entrepreneurship has 4 distinct but related dimensions that help explain what makes it a unique concept. The 4 dimensions that underlie the entrepreneurship construct are risk-taking, creativity and innovation, opportunity exploitation, and proactiveness. First dimension, risk-taking. Risk-taking refers to an entrepreneur's tendency to engage in a risky venture that has the potential to become either a successful project or a failed project. Risk-taking involves the willingness of the entrepreneur to commit significant resources where the outcome may be highly uncertain. Successful entrepreneurs are moderate and calculated risk-takers. They take risks in order to obtain the higher rewards that come from greater risk, but they do it in a very carefully thought-out manner where everything possible is done to identify and minimize potential problems. Entrepreneurship requires cautious and sound decision-making with reasonable awareness of the risks that can be calculated and managed. Second dimension of entrepreneurship is creativity and innovation. One of key characteristics of entrepreneurship is the ability to develop, discover, and exploit entrepreneurial opportunities through the process of creativity and innovation. Creativity involves generation of new and useful ideas as well as ability to discover new ways of looking at problems and opportunities. Innovation involves the process of implementing and converting new ideas into something of value to the market. Creativity and innovation process comprises ideas, beliefs, and actions that are directed toward generating new economic activity. Creative and innovative entrepreneurs will be able to identify, create, and exploit business opportunities by bringing something new and something different to the market. The third dimension of entrepreneurship is opportunity exploitation. Exploitation of entrepreneurial opportunity involves activities that are conducted in order to gain economic returns from the discovery of a potential opportunity. The opportunity exploitation often results in the creation of a new venture as well as the wealth associated with it. The creation of the new venture should be able to deliver a positive and responsible contribution to the society. The final dimension of entrepreneurship is proactiveness. Proactiveness refers to the propensity to act on information, ideas, and opportunities in a timely and speedy manner. It is a tendency to initiate and maintain actions that directly alter the surrounding environment. Entrepreneurs with proactive personality will be able to identify opportunities and act on them, show initiative, take action, and persevere until they bring about meaningful change. In contrast, individuals who are not proactive fail to identify, let alone seize opportunities to change things. Now, let us look at the entrepreneurial process. The entrepreneurial process is a course of action that involves activities and actions associated with the initial emergence of a rough business idea until the successful formation of a new venture or until the process is terminated. The entrepreneurial process generally has 5 distinct phases. Namely, idea discovery, idea development, idea exploitation, business growth, and business exit. Phase 1, Idea Discovery. The entrepreneurial process begins with the discovery of a business idea or an opportunity. The business idea is evaluated through an initial screening process by which an entrepreneur comes up with the opportunity for a new venture. Generally, most good business opportunities do not suddenly appear, they have to be actively searched for. Therefore, the process of starting up a new venture begins with the discovery of the right business opportunity. During this phase, potential entrepreneurs will either actively search for business possibilities that they can offer in a better, more creative or efficient form. Or they can discover a solution to their own problems experienced at work or in the marketplace that has the potential to be shared with others who are willing to pay for the solution. In technology entrepreneurship, the idea discovery phase often involves creating a new technology or adapting an existing technology. The main concern for searching and generating technology-based business idea is not only the selection of right ideas, but also whether the ideas would be able to boost competitive edge, sustain competitiveness, and obtain sufficient level of profit. This phase is perhaps the most critical stage in the entrepreneurial process, as it allows the entrepreneur to assess whether the specific product or service has the returns needed compared to the resources required. Phase 2. Idea Development. This phase involves the process of bringing the business idea or opportunity into a full-fledged economic activity. During this stage, the key activities involved include research and development work, product design, concept testing, prototyping, market testing, and preparation of the initial business plan. Phase 3, Idea Exploitation. This phase is generally characterized by the decision whether or not to pursue the business opportunity. The decision at this phase can take three basic forms: proceed to exploit the opportunity, abandon the current idea and go back to search for other ideas, and terminate the process totally and not pursue any other business ideas. If the decision is to exploit the opportunity, the main activities include registration of new business entity, hiring workers, and starting business operations. In a technology-based business, a unique activity at this phase is the commercialization of technology-based product, process or service that may or may not require the creation of a new business venture. Phase 4, Business Growth. As the business moves beyond startup phase, its focus will change. It is important for the entrepreneurs to identify opportunities for business growth in order to ensure long-term survival of the business. Even if the entrepreneur is happy with his current business performance, he should keep looking for ways to develop his venture. If not, he will face risk of declining market share by allowing his competitors the room to grow. Phase 5, Business Exit. There may come a time in a business life cycle when the entrepreneur decides to exit the business or to end the business. Planning an exit strategy is just as important as starting up a business. The type of exit strategy that the entrepreneur may choose depends on factors such as how much control or involvement, if any, he wants to retain in the business, and whether the entrepreneur wants the venture to continue to run in the same way. Finally, let us discuss the role of entrepreneurship in economic development. Entrepreneurship is a catalyst for economic growth. The entrepreneur looks for creative and innovative ideas and puts them into effect in fostering economic growth and development. The pivotal role played by entrepreneurship in economic development is not only to increase the per capita input and income, but also to initiate change and encourage entrepreneurial activities in the society. These entrepreneurial activities, through the process of creativity and innovation, will create new ventures and new jobs. The entrepreneurial activities are centered around the entrepreneurs who act as agents of progress by giving spark to economic activities through their entrepreneurial decisions. Entrepreneurship produces new products or services in order to fulfill human needs and wants. In producing goods or services, the entrepreneurs will search for better ways to utilize resources and reduce waste. Thus, the entrepreneur contributes to economic development by mobilizing natural, financial, and intellectual capital as economic inputs, and utilizing the capital inputs to create products, processes, and services as economic outputs. The economic inputs include natural capital, financial capital, and intellectual capital. Natural capital refers to the stocks of natural assets that are directly or indirectly utilized or are potentially utilizable in human, social, and economic systems, also known as ecosystem services, which make human life possible. Examples of natural capital are minerals, fuels, energy, geology, soil, air, water, and all living organisms. Natural capital may include natural environment's resources that enable the production of more resources. For example, a well-maintained forest may continuously provide a flow of new trees. However, overuse of these resources may lead to a decline in timber production. Financial capital refers to economic resources or financial assets that allow entrepreneurs to buy what they need in order to produce goods or provide services. Examples of financial capital are money, bonds, securities, and land. Financial capital may include exclusive use of technological designs and products that have financial value. Intellectual capital refers to the collection of knowledge that is accessible within an organization because it has been recorded, explained, and disseminated. Examples of intellectual capital of an entrepreneurial venture include talents, knowledge, and creativity of its people, the efficacy of its management systems, and the effectiveness of its customer and supplier relations. There are three key sources of intellectual capital: human capital, organizational capital, and social capital. Human capital is the combined knowledge, skills, and abilities of the entrepreneurial team and the business employees. Organizational capital refers to the management structure and peripherals, including hardware, software, databases, methods, patents, and systems that support the human capital. Social capital is the quality of relationships that the business maintains with its suppliers, partners, and customers. Economic outputs. The economic output consists of the summation of all business organizations that provide either the beneficial outputs for society or the elimination of undesired waste outputs. The goal of a business organization is to maximize the beneficial outputs and minimize the undesired waste. Entrepreneurs provide beneficial outputs for the society by constantly forming new organizations to meet social and economic needs, such as creating new job opportunity. However, undesired waste such as pollutants should be minimized. That's all for the introduction to technology entrepreneurship, and I am looking forward to continuing our discussion on technopreneurship in the next session. Thank you and good luck.